Hello, another vlog post. So there was no real modular in a week or project video this week, and that's because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And one of the big things is the nice weather makes me need to be outside for quite a bit bigger project. I'll have another vlog after this one just to explain that one a bit. That one is interesting as well. All projects are interesting, I think. But so that's on the macro project stage, and in the micro project stage in here, I actually did finish the modular in a week inverter module yesterday. So I've been working on this for on and off because I've had so much other stuff to do, so a couple of days, and before that I had to design it, and that's how I came up with the last video with the comparator, because there's a lot of comparators in this one. So that was good knowledge to have. Just trying to explain everything is put together, is connected to each other somehow. So I also the proto board that Thonk sold, they sold out really quickly, so they came back to me and wanted more, and that is great, of course, but I don't have any more. I have a few, but not that many, so I had to order that, and also I had to do a few more tweaks on that one, and now I think I am done doing that. Some of the things that I did worked, and some were not as good and not as useful, so I just decided to remove that. I'll make another video about that when I get those modules. But while I was also ordering those boards, I had a few other ideas of boards that I wanted to try out. So I ordered the 2.1 version of the SMD to through-hole adapter I showed a couple of videos ago, because I wanted to see if that one works and is better. And I just want to say, and I've written that on the Patreon page if you want to download those files. There is an error in the silk screen, no, in the solder paste screen on that one, so the solder paste mask is missing on on all the boards except one. That was probably an error when I copied the board to accommodate the full 10 by 10 centimeter sheet. So just so you know that, I'm going to fix that. The second I did that order, I figured out a way. So I woke up one morning and somehow during the night I had figured out how to get the SOT 223 as well on that board. So now I actually have a 2.2 board that I haven't ordered yet and need to see if that works. So and also, as I've said before, I want to make sequencers. So I thought while I was still ordering boards, I might as well make a board for all the components that I have ordered, which I got today. Actually, I ordered two orders, because first yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Did I say that? So I ordered one order of components, and thought of a good way to just experiment with that would be to just, they're all small components that you can put on a PCB, so I thought I might as well just make a PCB and put the the components there to work with it like that. And just when I had done that order, so we are up in 3 PCBs now, right? Then I thought, why not make a PCB that is larger? How much would it cost, was one of my questions first, just to go outside of the 10 by 10 requirement that they have for the $5 board thingy. and make it 128 millimeters. So that is the whole width of a panel. So I did that, and making a panel like this actually just costs $7, so it's just $2 more and you get the whole panel, which is really cheap. So that might be an interesting thing to make panels. But so I did this. So this is a board that uses quite a lot of, and this is a crazy thing I did, because I actually just sat down and from my head made a schematics with the help of a Baby 8 schematics online and some few ideas I had in my head. Just made the schematics and the board without testing anything and ordered this board, which this is just a mock-up printout. So this is actually a Baby 8 sequencer in on a panel. So it's called, I don't know if you can see that, it's called SOAP, sequencer on a panel, and with a few interesting things on it if it works. I have no idea because I haven't tried this one. Also on the back side, and these are surface mounted on the back side, and quite a few on the front is surface mounted as well. And this is just to be able to put everything for a sequencer to fit in this small space and on just one board. And I've already found one design flaw or miss that I did, which I'll just fix with a small copper wire, of course. But that was, it's a big gamble, and I don't know why I did that, but yeah. It's so simple to order PCBs now, and I really need to make a video on how easy it is to make a PCB with parts and everything. Because that's the other thing, I needed to make another part run, because I did the design out from components that I found on LCSC. Again, this is not a sponsored video, I just want to, I use that service, so I use ECEDA, which is connected to LCSC, where you can buy components. So you get the components in here, you make the schematics, and then you, in ECEDA, you change over to make a PCB, and you make the PCB, put the components where you want them, and either you route them yourself or it can auto-route for you. And then you move that to JLC PCB, which they are connected to, and you order the panel, and then you export the bill of material straight into LCSC and make an order for the parts. So that I also did. So there's another order for parts there. I'm rambling. What else? Oh, and also some people had thoughts that one of the biggest flaws with the small PSU board I did was getting rid of heat. So I actually made a small change of the layout of that board to add the two regulators to the side, so even the 7912, which was a bit crammed in there before, is on the side now, and you can add heat sinks to that one as well. So that one is also ordered. Yeah, and then I need to make a video about Schmidt triggers. After I learned about comparators, I learned about Schmidt triggers and what that is. Also a very interesting little device. And also in the mail on the way to me is another project I've done. Because the one thing that JLC doesn't have yet, I've asked them, it's coming, is PCBA, so assembly service, especially for surface mount components. You all saw that video, and even though I thought it wasn't that hard, it wasn't beautiful and well made. as some of you pointed out so kindly. So with that, I wanted to try a PCBA service, and Seed Studio, S-E-E-E-D Studio, has something called Fusion, Seed Studio Fusion something. And they have a campaign right now. I'll put a link in the description. Again, no affiliation. But if you have a PCB project where you have a lot of surface mounted components that you want to add to a PCB, then you can try this service they have, where you can get 5 PCBs assembled for free. It is free, it's just that you need to pay for the components, of course, and a few other stuff. And I actually, because the way I make my boards, where I panelize so many, I actually needed to pay quite a bit more, just because I made so many on one board. But more on that in a future video when I get that. Also, I don't know if I said that before, I got one of the packages from LCSC today filled with components, so I'll make another video about that, because that might be interesting. There's what we can do with all the components in that package. So much stuff, so many projects right now, so sorry for being, sorry for rambling, and sorry for not making a dedicated project video this week. I really hope I have time to, until next week, make this video, because this is a really interesting module actually, which I'll try to explain how it works in the next video, in the next modular in a week video, not the next video, which will also be a vlog just in a minute. Anyway, until next time, take care, bye.